We all will die if we continue to pollute our environment. Quite frightening to hear. However, there is a tendency that most people live in the moment, not understanding the disasters that are pursued around us. Many of us tend to abuse the term YOLO. I understand some of us live life to the fullest, but others do not understand that our world is dying faster than we are. Us living a YOLO life is affecting our environment. The environmental harm that has been caused needs the Environmental Protection Agency to decrease pollution, health risk, and enforce environmental regulations. You, as a parent, or a future parent, or just you, do not process the harm we are causing. People, families, everyone is getting sick, dying, playing, breathing in an unhealthy world. Just take a second to look around. Now breathe. Does your air feel light or heavy? Does it have a smell or is it just air? Factory fumes are a good example of affecting pollution. This air pollution also causes many health problems. From the many mixed chemicals we unknowingly intake, which is why we rely on the Environmental Protection Agency to strengthen our environmental regulations. Many of these pollutions are related through human undertaking tasks like emissions from agriculture, industry burning fossil fuels, and vehicle exhaust fumes. In this recent Addressing Systemic Problems with Exposure Assessments to the Protect the Public's Health journal, being updated on February 15, 2023, stated evaluations of the health risk remaining after the implementation of National Air Toxic Emission Standard for major industrial polluters such as coal-fired power plants. As that quote stated how stuff as in fuels and some agricultures is affecting our pollution on the world, us unknowingly what it is caused from. Many of us believe that it is caused from air fuels or air fumes, factory fumes specifically, because a lot of us live or are close to factory fumes. We end up polluting our earth from natural air toxins nationwide with everyday human activities. In a science-based agenda for health protection chemical assessments, the 2022 article claims the manufacture and production of industrial chemicals continues to increase with hundreds of thousands of chemicals and chemical mixtures used worldwide, leading to widespread population exposures. This also proving how drastically our pollution is increasing from so many of our nation's chemicals that are starting affecting our environment. And this is what also a lot of people are not understanding when it comes to our worldwide everyday needs. Because of all the needs that we need, we are also hurting our world, not knowing the harm we are doing to ourselves while also trying to feed ourselves and provide us with everyday needs. This information supports the claim of human daily task is impacting our pollution in our environment by having many air contaminations from mixed chemicals and fumes flowing through our living, everyday oxygen that we are breathing constantly, rapidly. Even if when we are gasping for air, we do not know what we are intaking through our lungs and how it is affecting our body system, depending on the air quality and how close we are to pollution. Pollution is still increasing, especially worse from not being aware of what we are burning and how badly it affects our air quality. Therefore, the EPA can help decrease the situation if we also do our part in it. Because of many toxicants in our air pollution, it also plays a significant role in our health. In this article, the EPA's commitment to children's environmental health, history, and current challenges said, Children's health agenda encompasses the most important current challenges and that there is an accountability for improvement. Environmental Protection Agency, also known as EPA, supports the safety of children. Acknowledging how children are at danger, this is affecting everyone, our health risk with many environmental problems. As the EPA has stated, they are worried for our children's health because they are easier to be affected by it since their body is still developing, and especially with the different air qualities that they have to develop to. People had gotten their blood taken and were soon tested for contamination for lead in the water. Yes, water. Water that many people tend to drink. Water that everyone drinks, and that is also known to be good for you. Evaluation of lead in water and in human blood sample was essential for identifying sources and quantifying the extent of lead contamination during the Flint water crisis, stated the journal Addressing Systemic Problems with Exposure Assessments to Protect the Public's Health journal. This is where the Environmental Protection Agency comes in for our environmental disasters. Because of our water being contaminated with lead, how else would it have been cured and to be known that our water was contaminated? Exposures assessments can evaluate and quantify environmental pollutants at the source where they are produced and or released. EPA, also Environmental Protection Agency, regularly provides public information about the emissions of sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, and carbon dioxide, and mercury from fossil fuels-fired power plants, stated the journal Addressing Systemic Problems with Exposure Assessments to Protect the Public's Health journal. EPA, also known as Environmental Protection Agency, wants to do exposure assessments to help communicate with current environmental harms. With the communication, it will be communication with adults mostly about what is going on around our world and how our world is being affected with some contaminations, pollutions, health risk, and environmental dangers. This will give you a provided information and estimates from current air pollutions, chemical mixtures, or any other problems. Also, helps with evaluating approach measures, pollutants within specific food, air, dust, water, and more. Applying human interactions with those needs to estimate daily intake. As I have said before, this will help us on knowing the intakes that we are taking, if it is safe, contaminated, or harmful towards us and any other. So far, I have spoken about air pollution, health risk, and what steps the EPA is taking. EPA is trying to influence others to lessen our nation's pollution, recent health risk, and the EPA environmental assessments to help the destruction that was caused by us or other things as well. We can not only just think of ourselves, but think of our family and children and the future. Who knows if us killing our world will end Earth so soon, or if it will just keep going but as a plain dirt soil world. No one knows, and no one knows if we are affecting our future Earth in a good way or in a bad way. And not many other people tend to think about that because, like I had mentioned, people tend to live in the moment, wanting to fulfill their life and have a nice, enjoyable, rememberable life, which is very understanding as well. But then again, who are you going to tell in the future about your amazing life if there will be no one to tell? This is having a massive impact on us without us even realizing. With your help and others, we can help recycle our world in the way we view it as well. What would you do to improve? Thank you.